Well, each time paramedics take a call, they don't really know what they're getting into. This past August, 4 responded to a call for chest pains, not knowing they were headed to their boss's residence. EMS Chief Bruce Krauter had suffered the heart attack in August and ended up being saved by his own staff. Today he's talking exclusively about it with our Maluske and what it's like, Michelle, to be on the other side of healthcare.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting story, Jim. Today is, however, the first full day of work for Bruce Krauter since August. He had a heart attack in the back of one of his ambulances while he was being rushed to Windsor Hospital from his home in Leamington. Krauter has since been told if he had waited even 5 more minutes before calling 911, he likely wouldn't have survived.
And I started to get excruciating pain from my armpit to my other armpit.
Being a paramedic, Bruce Krauter knew he was having a heart attack.
It actually felt like 1,000 elephants were sitting on my chest.
Krauter's wife called 911 and 2 medics arrived at their home in Leamington.
So they hooked me up and I was asking them questions like, what was my ECG looking like? And I was trying to look at the screen and they wouldn't let me look at it.
When I was tiered there, I kind of knew it was a bad call.
Mike Filio is an advanced care paramedic who has an expanded scope of practice, meaning he can administer more aggressive drugs for patients who may be suffering a heart attack.
I didn't know it was Bruce until I got into the back of someone else's ambulance. They're like, so it's the chief?
But Filio says he quickly got over the shock and went to work.
We took all the precautions, so we had defibrillator pads on, we had cardiac drugs ready, we had a lot. We were prepared for everything.
A fact not lost on the chief.
I was just hoping that I would make it.
About halfway through the call, Bruce actually had a heart attack.
But because of a protocol in place and with the help of a physician at the hospital, EMS can diagnose a patient en route.
And then we're able to take people really to the definitive care, which is the cath lab. They go straight from their home directly onto an operating table.
Top dose we're up and nitro.
A cardiologist put 4 stents into Krauter's cardiac arteries.
I remember him saying, okay, once I get the blockage cleared, you're going to feel great. And he didn't lie, because as soon as he got that open, I was like pain-free.
And I think at the end of the day, that was something that probably saved his life. That was something that cut down on a lot of time, and we started to treat from there.
Since then, Krauter has changed his entire life. He kicked his pack-a-day smoking habit, he's eating healthier and getting regular exercise.
It's no one's fault but my own for what happened to me.
But he says the experience of going from chief to patient has opened his eyes to the pressure his paramedics face every day, and he now sees the value in fixing small problems.
But our razors we use to shave off hair off the chest don't work. I know, because it didn't work on me. So I want to get different tools to make their job easier.
Chief Krauter says he's also very grateful to all the nurses and doctors over at Windsor Regional Hospital. Many of them he knew himself, which leads me, Jims, to tomorrow's story when a new report is scheduled to be released about cardiac care right here in Windsor as compared to other hospitals across Ontario and Canada. So I thank the chief for sharing his very personal story with us.
Why did he decide now to talk about it, Michelle?
I think in part, he wants to now be an advocate for 2 things. One, healthier lifestyles and taking care of your heart health and taking care of your overall health. And secondly, to be an advocate for always improving cardiac care in Windsor, Essex. He mentioned the rehab program that I know you
Yes.
utilized and it helped you a lot. He can't wait to get in there. He's had to wait since August.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what we're going to look into a little bit more tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it. You know I'll be watching
Yes,
and listening.
for sure.
Michelle, thank you.
You're welcome.